Hello there. Today is the day that I'm going to build my new computer. So starting off with the motherboard, I'm going to put the kit on for the cooler, the Noctua cooler, the D15. So I'm going to take off these ones here and put on the new cooler mounts and then start building the computer up. So there's not going to be much talking on this, just building stuff. So I hope you enjoy or may find interesting. I've been waiting to do this for a while, so here we go. Success. Why do you use a magnetic screw? Because I haven't got one. I'm using what I've got here. 1 terabyte installed. So here's where the SSDs go. Here's the controller for the RGB. Oh, there's another bit here as well. Here's where the hard drives go. And here's the box of accessories. So I was wondering where they were. Which are very firmly connected to this. Good grief. Right. So in the little box we've got some black cable ties, 4 of them, various screws and bolts for the motherboard, etc. Oh, there is another filter at the bottom here for the power supply. Shame it comes off from the back, because that's going to be a bit of a pain. It would be much nicer if it was longer and it came out from the front, but there we are. What's this one here? There is a filter on these fans as well, but again, to access them, I am imagining you have to take the yeah, it certainly looks like you've got to take the whole front off, that's not a very good design. Surely they could have implemented a way of being able to just pull the filter out, unless I'm missing something here. Doesn't look like it. So every time you want to do the filter, you've got to unscrew the front and getting fingerprints all over your glass. So that's not great, but you know, there we are. I've just realised to get the cover off from the power supply, it's just a little thing there, and now it should move. I see another retaining screw there. I thought that they would be independent, the drive. So there are 3 screws along here, you have to remove all 3. Oh, for goodness sake. Anything out. Okay, so there are actually 4 screws all the way along holding this cover. And now I've been about 5 minutes trying to get it off, and I hadn't realised, because it's all black, that there's actually 4 bolts holding that on. And of course it easily lifts off as soon as you've done that. So it's always best not to force anything, of course. So there we are, that's the empty case. Now, all ready for populating. I've got to say the instructions aren't very clear. I've got this here, this one thing which is a motherboard standoff, and it doesn't tell you where it goes. It says, there we are, look, motherboard standoff ×1. Where are we? Here we go. Motherboard standoff ×1. And it doesn't tell you where it goes. I'm just looking at all the standoffs already in situ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 pin there, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't get it. Okay, so I've just installed the 750 watt Oz Fatality power supply, and I'm just about to wire that up now, but there might be a problem. This is my old motherboard here, my Z77 Sabertooth, and this is the fans I've been using, the D15, and it says here that the clearance is about 17 centimeters. I don't think it's going to fit. I think that this will fit and the fans won't, so I might have to lose a fan, but I've got a smaller Noctua up here, so I might be able to get away with it. Just have to see how this pans out. Anyway, so not much more to say other than I'm going to start doing the power supplies, fitting all them in, tidying up the wires, cleaning the CPU. I use just alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. Cleaning off and polishing the bottom of the cooler as well, the D15. Fitting that, and then hopefully first boot. So enjoy watching. balls. I fit it down the wrong way. Well, what a good job I didn't throw away the rest of the kit, because as it turns out, this is not right for my cooler. Obviously, it goes this way if it's with that configuration, and I want the fans obviously to go this way. I suppose they could port out if you wanted. You could get it to port out if you've got like this one, a fan at the top here, or space for fans, but if you've got a water cooler or something, and of course it'd be in the way for the PCI slot as well here, so this is wrong. My mistake. Let's rectify that now. This is going to be tricky. This is going to be tricky. Oh dear, dear, dear. Always take the little bit out at the end in case it's dried out. Let's just check that for cleanliness. Yeah, it feels nice and smooth. No cloth fibres. And a nice pea-sized lump in the middle. Oops. There we go. Not quite a pea-sized shape, and that's the last of that. Not too much though. There's that way. Yep. That was alright, but the other one, oh, I don't know. So it's not going to fit there. And it's not going to fit there. Damn it! Damn! So I haven't got a new card. I've got a 780, GTX 780 EVGA, the overclock one. That's going to have to do for now. There we are. But it also is an incredibly tight fit in here. It's nearly going to touch the fans. I might even have to think about moving that one down as well. So I have to see how this all works out. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. There's enough clearance there, so that is okay. some power there. Okay then, so the moment of truth has arrived. Will it start? Let's put the power on. Oh, there's a light. And there's some internal lights, some of the LEDs. Some of the LEDs have come on. Yeah, there's signs of life. Now, I'm going to update the BIOS before I even turn it on. Okay, I'm going to go for the first ever turn on. Which one is on? That one, I guess. Oh, lights are coming on. Yes, look at those lights. Ah. New CPU installed. Please enter setup to configure your system. F1. Okay. Yay! We have something. Yes. Fantastic. So far so good. Alright. Language English, 58. System time. Might as well put that in, I suppose. English, yeah. Do system time? No, don't let me do that yet. Well, I think I'm going to be sometime sorting all these things out. Well, if you want to stay with me, yeah. Okay, SATA configuration. HyperKit mode, don't even know what... Oh dear, I don't know what half these things are. Okay, so at the moment I am updating the BIOS. Things seem to be going alright so far. I'm not going to even bother doing any settings until this is right. And the fans are going fast because you have to set it for PWM for the CPU fan. And I'll just wait until this is done first. So that's going in from the USB stick before I turned my old computer off. I went to the site and put the latest BIOS firmware. Made sure I opened it, uncompressed it, made sure it was all nice and easy. Took it out of the file and just put the actual bits and bobs onto the RAM, onto USB I mean. It's about halfway through, and as you can see there's lots of lights over here at the moment. I'm just waiting for this to go through first. I think I'll edit this, I'll cut this, and I'll see in a moment when this is uploaded. Hopefully it'll be okay. Okay, so I had the main CPU fan, which is the Noctua, the pink one, was actually as the optional fan, and that's why I couldn't get my PWM to work. So that PWM setting's alright, and the other one's just on a DC. I've done the fan calibrate. Now it's time to load Windows. I've got an ISO, and I'm going ahead and doing that now. Let's hope this goes okay. This might take a little while, but I don't know. I've got the VNAND SSD, but it is coming off of a USB there. So I just hope this activation code works. That's the next thing. Hopefully I'll have Windows up soon. So that's going quite well. I'm just putting a few updates in. It put Windows on pretty damn quick. It was only about 5 minutes really, and that was it. It was up, the ISO. Checking for more updates. Goodbye 2600K and hello Ryzen 8 core.